All right, guys, we just added G4 to the showroom. Big brand pickup for us.
Huge.
We're trying to get more into the apparel side, not just the hard goods equipment side. So we wanted to talk about how good are the Gallivanter and Gallivanter2 shoes. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison between the two. I'm like trying to talk louder over this rain. It is like hailing out so hard that I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I can barely hear you. I can hardly hear myself. I'm serious. It's
What?
that loud. What? What are you, stone cold?
What? 2 beers.
What?
3 beers.
What?
4 beers.
What? Anyway, G4.
All right, let's get back on track. All right, what's the difference between the Gallivanter and Gallivanter2? But first, I wanted to talk to you. How overrated or underrated is a good pair of golf shoes, and how essential is it to the game of golf? Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Okay, don't forget, guys, if you're in the Denver metro area, Westminster, Colorado, to be specific, and you need a new pair of golf shoes, stop in and see us. The G4s have just hit the shelf. We got Puma. We have Asics. Hopefully other brands coming very soon, but we'll let you know on that. If you need anything in the golf realm is being fitted for clubs, or you need a wedge off the rack, a putter, balls, apparel, stop in and see us. You can email us at info@embersgolf.com, or you can text us above, and Trevor and I will respond to you personally. Am I
you just
forgetting anything?
confused that with the barbecue channel. If you're interested in our barbecue channel and our barbecue store, which is separate from our golf store, embersliving.com.
Yes, that's it. That's the one. Guys, please also do not forget, we have a huge tournament coming up in Colorado.
Huge. It's going to be huge.
120-man fields, Trevor versus Tate, Ryder Cup style. So 60-man teams, 60 people will win prizes. And there will also be a top 2 team that wins. Sign up for that. Link's on our website. Link is also in the description. Do it. It's going to be huge. People get upset about the price. It's a little high price, but you get just as much that you're going to pay just for showing up. Just an entry fee. So sign up for the tournament. 2-man team, so you need a partner.
Don't forget, this is my shameless plug. I ask for the sale. I do it on a barbecue channel. It works a lot. This is not a sales video. However, if you're going to buy golf shoes and you like what you're learning here, give us first stab at the business. It helps us out a ton. This is like a new startup golf business for us. Everything's not on the website how it should be.
I don't think that's an unfair ask.
It's a little more work, but you might have to email or call us, and we can help you and get an order placed.
Yeah.
So we're going to compare the difference between the Gallivanter and the Gallivanter2.
Yeah.
Tell you basically all the technology involved and if they really hold up as one of the better golf shoes. But first, I wanted to pick your brain. How overrated is a good pair of golf shoes, or underrated?
I would say they're the under. I would take the underrated.
Underrated?
Yeah, people underrate golf shoes, especially like we've all been hooked up with the guy at the.
Hold on, before you do that, let me show you something. Chris, I'm going to airdrop you this video. This is a real video I took. So we went golfing with one of our suppliers in Phoenix, and this is real. Like, this is not fake. This was his golf shoes. Now, granted, he doesn't play a lot, but pull up this video, Chris. All right, so here's this video. I took this video, and this is one of our suppliers. That's his golf shoes. Now, the one thing, I don't know a lot about him. Look at this, flopping off the bottom. Now, I don't like to get too much into his personal life because we have a really good business relationship. But the one thing I can say confidently is that he can afford a pair of golf shoes.
Yeah. It's not a financial reason he's not buying them.
If you're that guy that just keeps your FootJoys from 2004 in your garage, and the garage literally melts the glue off the bottom of the soles.
Yeah. See, and that's
it's time.
When you interrupted me, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is we've all golfed with a guy that's had the same golf shoes since they were in high school.
Yeah.
It's time for new golf shoes.
Yep. So obviously you need a good pair of golf shoes if you're that guy.
Yeah.
But also I think if you're trying to improve a lot in the game of golf, here's why, the other reason why it's really important. Chris, pull up that other picture I had. Now, if you're trying to get better and you're trying to generate speed, look at this picture. Like, where does all of your power come from?
It all comes from the ground.
And what's the only 2 things touching the ground?
Your little feet.
Your 10 little piggies. All right? So you're literally launching and springboarding off the ground. So that means we need good stability.
Yeah.
We need good traction.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we need good comfort.
And that all those things are needed on a perfectly normal sunny day.
Yeah.
Imagine how much more so it is when it's raining, when it's
Yeah.
wet outside, when it's dry and dead.
So I think some golf shoes can be overrated, but if you're trying to work on stability and power and speed, it's underrated to the fact that good golf shoes do make a difference in that department.
Oh, for sure.
You don't need a ton of them. You just need one really solid pair, but when they wear out, you need to change them.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's my little rant
Yeah.
on why people ignore golf shoes, but your feet are the only thing that touch the ground,
Yeah.
and that's where all of your power comes from.
Yep.
So of course you need a good pair of golf shoes. It's
Absolutely.
very underrated. So let's talk G4 a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're two most popular shoes.
So real
two
quick,
of the most popular.
before we get into this, what was the first thing G4 that caught your eye? What about them as a company? As
The
a consumer?
Gallivanter. So
Okay.
the original Gallivanter right there. Do you want to hold it?
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Can we take turns? Let me start with the Gallivanter. So the Gallivanter original caught my eye because to me, it was basically a fresh take on FootJoy.
Yes.
It was FootJoy, but cooler.
Yeah, because
But
FootJoy
cool.
comes out with like the funky colors, but they are so limited.
Yeah,
So
and they're
anything
not
cool
even
they've
that
done.
funky. Like Chris, hand me that pair of FootJoys back there. That was a limited edition pair they did. Just toss it to me. Just one. So this is a limited run they did. Very, very cool. But
Very
this is
cool.
about as out there as they get.
Yeah,
Bottoms are
Colored
very
sole.
traditional. One of my favorite golf shoes, honestly.
so comfortable.
However, the Gallivanter has really cool bottoms, really cool colorways along the soles, and so it basically is a really fresh take on FootJoy to me. That's what I loved about it. Is if you love the classic look, but you wanted a fresh take, Gallivanter gives you some style.
Okay. What have you seen in the Gallivanter 2? Because that's been their tried and true for what?
I don't know how long.
I don't know how many years, but that's what I've seen on the golf course is that shoe, maybe in different colors.
Yep.
So last year, no,
Yeah, it was about a year ago or so.
when we played Shadow Creek, when was that?
February.
So yeah,
6 months ago.
So 2023, the end of 2023, they released this guy. Tell us a little bit about this.
Difference I noticed between the original Gallivanter is going to be back here along the heel.
Yeah, your heel support's different.
So heel support's different. Foam support's a little bit different in here. I think they're a little more foamy.
way lighter weight. If
Foamy.
I haven't weighed them,
Yeah.
but
And
they
I'll tell
seem
you,
way lighter.
one of the best things about this heel thing, and if you're real lazy like me, let me show you. So this little back piece right here, I think being able to hold this, it just makes it easy to get on and off.
Yeah.
So that's something I kind of like about
And the other thing from a
Gallivanter too.
walker, like if you have no show socks on, is that ever going to rub your heel?
No. So no rubbing. I think these are just a touch more comfortable.
Yeah.
This is not nearly as porous. This is like almost like
Yeah.
hear that?
It's huge. It's slick.
Yeah, so this is like
The upper is nicer.
super cleanable. I think it's more cleanable than the original
Yes.
Gallivanter. Lighter weight and more affordable.
Yeah. The only caveat,
See, these
now
are mine.
don't
They're
jump
dirty.
ahead of me, I didn't like on those, and I have the pink and green pair, is the spikes. That was the only flaw I saw. I slipped just a little bit occasionally.
Until what just came out? The G-Locks.
G-Lock.
So now they have G-Lock traditional spikes in the Gallivanter 2. Problem solved.
Yeah. That really is. That was the only thing I didn't like about that shoe.
Yeah.
And the problem has literally been solved.
So last take on aesthetics. Which one do you prefer aesthetically? The ones or the originals or the twos?
If you're going out and you want to be like that tried classic Justin Thomas, Cameron Smith, if you want to be that guy, it's the Gallivanter one, the original.
I'm partial to the original myself.
Yes. Looks wise, if you're walking 36 holes, that's the shoe right there.
Yep. And let's talk insoles now. So
Both are waterproof.
What's unique about the insoles with?
So how would you describe that? Perforation?
Yeah. So they have these little nubbies on them.
When I first tried them on, I didn't like it.
And so they're not only just for comfortability and for foot massaging, but these are removable and washable.
Yeah.
So
After I wore
longevity is
'em-
going to be good. And what else? Do you know the other reason? Performance benefit these have?
No.
Is it creates gapping or airspace between your foot and the actual sole for breathability,
So it dries your socks
for
and stuff
sweatiness.
faster.
And my feet get sweaty.
And that's another big problem with golf shoes is they're waterproof, which is awesome. They need to be, but they also you can't get a shoe that breathes and is super waterproof.
These ones are, though.
They are, and that's what that makes a lot of sense. That technology you just talked about.
They're very breathable for how waterproof they are.
Were you suspicious about the little perforation and pegs at first?
I was a little suspicious.
But not super.
Not superstitious. I was a little stitious.
A little stitious.
I was a
Yeah,
little
same
stitious.
here. And then a couple holes in, I was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
You kind of forget about them and it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they check a lot of boxes. Comfortability. Now, we don't talk about comfortability enough, even if you're riding in a cart. You just don't want to think about your feet.
No. And those are the best
You don't
golf
want
shoes.
them to be sweaty. You want them to be flexible and lightweight, but still have a ton of stability. And, of course, a good traction.
Yeah.
And they check every one of those. And they're stylish. And if you look good, you feel good, you play good, blah, blah, blah.
Little Deion Sanders there. Also, they got some street shoes that
Yeah,
are bad
I'm wearing
looking. Yeah.
Their street shoes are
Street
sweet.
shoes.
Their street shoes are sweet.
Yeah.
They have limited edition colorways. Anyways, it's a new addition to the Ember store. We wanted to give you a little take on it.
$225 for the regular Gallivanters. I think those are $185.
$175.
$175.
So that's why they sell so well. Is they're under $200, and they check pretty much every box.
Yeah. So those are a little higher than FootJoys, but these are right on par with FootJoys.
And I think they're coming on strong because the two biggest market shares in golf shoes are who?
FootJoy and Nike.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think number 3 is close.
Maybe Adidas.
And I don't think it's close.
No.
It's not
It'd be
close.
Adidas, Under Armour,
So
Echo.
G4, I think, has been building a lot of good momentum, and it's kind of like the Pro V1 of golf balls. Like, it's hard to get in on golf balls. Now, talk to me about these as opposed to like a street golf shoe, like a Jordan 1 or something.
Yeah, so the Jordan 1s are nice. They're comfortable. They're fine for going to the range, for quick doing an impromptu round. Like, hey, it's 3 o'clock and my boss let me off early. I'm going to go play a round. But when you're playing a serious round, personally, I need spikes. I
Yeah.
need spikes.
Same here. So if you're trying to get serious about golf, don't overlook a good golf shoe. And if you
And
need
invest. Buy a nice pair. I understand going to the sales section. I've been that guy. We went to Pebble Beach, and I rush bought a pair of $45 Nikes on sale. And what was the state of my feet after our first round at Pebble Beach?
one, well, I had to share a room with you, so
I was walking around on sponges.
yeah, it didn't smell good either.
No, it was terrible.
No.
I just wish I would have spent even
Thankfully, a
$100.
Pebble Beach room had a fireplace.
Yes, so I set them up by the fireplace all nice. I wish I had pictures of that for these
Yeah.
guys. Okay,
All right,
so I think
wrap
that
us
wraps up G4. The G-Lock is also, I think, going to be game changer for him. That's
Yeah.
just got released. But
So stay tuned
Awesome
to
brand.
Ember. If you're local, there's not that many good G4 dealers around besides the big box guys. So you can come to our shop, check out all the new G4 launches. We'll see you guys next time.